Welcome, guys, to another podcast. I think this is episode 8. I'm gonna cut in here real quick. This is actually episode 9. Um, Sorry about that. So back to your regularly scheduled program while I'm editing this video of the M Lab. What are we cooking up today? Um, Today's topics is CGI going downhill? Definitely think it is, in my opinion. And Tony's topic is Japan's breakthrough on removing chromosomes to Down syndrome. Apparently, Japan figured something out. And then a quick hot take today is the PlayStation community boiling pot, right? There's a boiling pot with the whole freaking PS community and what the fuck it's doing. And then we're gonna move on to Wolf's topic, which is USA is pushing drones for military and more robotics for military purposes, on top of Russia also trying to clone humans. All right. So I was watching, I think what actually pissed me off about today's CGI, when I saw the trailer to the new Spider-Man movie that's coming out with Tom Holland. You know, I loved the Spider-Man movies. I think we already talked about Andrew Garfield and our favorite Spider-Man. Mine is always Tobey Maguire, and Wolf's is Andrew Garfield. But those movies back then were peak CGI. They done everything, they took their time on it, and they really worked pretty well on making those movies. It's not just also Spider-Man, it's also the Lord of the Rings as well too. Those Lord of the Ring movies are just a perfect representation of what they can do with CGI and realism on top of that, because most of the stuff that they did is on set. There is also a lot of jobs out there. Does anybody remember the show Face Off, where
Oh my
they
God.
you remember that show, right? I love that show. It was so great to watch people make costumes and makeup and everything. These people specifically go to school for a reason, you know. But now today in day and age, they don't even do that anymore, where they make props, they make masks, they make monsters and all that stuff, just made by people. And honestly, it's just seeing the difference of what it was in the early 2000s and it is now, it's just so disappointing, because watching the trailer to the Spider-Man movie, I'm displeased to watch it. I don't want to see it at all. I maybe the storyline is great, but I just don't want to watch it because it just looks so weird. It's not the actor's fault. It's just morely of the studio and them cutting corners, but it's just early CGI was used sparingly to enhance particle effects, resulting in focus and highly polished digital work. Today's computer generated imagery is just heavily replacing physical sets and models. And while modern technology enables prosthetic renders, rush studio schedules, and overload VFX, teams frequently lead to demolish the quality. Um, it's it's just sad to see studios starting to rush their work to actually blend everything out properly, but it's also the demand of what people want. I mean, it's nice that I get to see a movie come out every 2 years after the other, but I actually do appreciate more of the work put into it. um Wolf, do you know specifically how long did it take in between each Lord of the Ring movies for them to come out? Nice talk.
They were actually pre-planned. Funny enough, all the movies were continuously ran. There was no time in between. They made all three movies in one go.
Yeah, but like, how long did it take? Like what? Like a couple of years?
It was, I think, a 3-year interval. But the thing was, the difference is, Marvel is now making the movies in between and making a segue, kind of like a conveyor belt of like a car, for example, like a company making cars. They're just conveyor belting movies, which is not good. But when it came to Lord of the Rings, they respected the art and they did all three of the movies in one go.
That's what I'm saying. Like, hold on, let me actually look it up just to make sure.
I think it's 3 years. It wasn't that crazy far apart because they were the first trailer that came out for the movie. They announced all three movies at once.
8 years, nearly 8 years, making the
From one to
original.
from 1 to 3.
Hold on. Making the original The Lord of the Rings trilogy took nearly 8 years in total. Principal photography ran continuously for 274 days, 438 days in which including all production blocks from October 1999 to December 2000.
Yeah, see, they did all in one go.
Yeah. Extensive post-production editing and yearly pickup shots continued until the final film released in 2003. Because the three movies were shot back to back, the cast and crew lived in New Zealand for the entire massive production timeline. Oh, oh wow! So it took
Yeah,
nearly eight
the
years for
entire
them
movie
to
was
finish.
filmed in New Zealand. The entire movie
Yeah,
was filmed in New Zealand.
yeah.
Actually,
So
not entire. Let me rephrase. Most of it was. They had to go
yeah,
to other parts of the planet in order to make it seem real. But
yeah.
no. But so from 1 to 3, I'm just double checking. I'm just making sure I heard you right.
Well, I mean, if they shot it back to back from that duration of time, it took nearly 8 years for them to actually finish the back to back
No, no, no.
movies.
That's okay. That's not what I'm asking. I'm
I mean, it
asking.
says trilogy, so I'm saying I think trilogy doesn't trilogy mean like this whole series?
Yeah, yeah, but I'll just making sure that they're not trying to say the Hobbit because the Hobbit's part of it.
I don't know. It just says The Lord of the Rings. I didn't look up The Hobbit
I know,
because
but
I.
they're all part of the same universe, and people make that mistake all the
Okay,
fucking
so
time.
then
I was
I'll
making
look
sure.
up the. Uh, the principal photography of Peter Jackson, the Hobbit film trilogy took 266 days. The film began March 21 of 2011 and wrapped up on July 6, 2012. However, the entire production spanned nearly a decade with extensive writing, development, and post production before the film were released in theaters in 2012 to 2014. That's why they said 8 years. So from 1999 all the way into like what 2014. So
Yeah, so they were talking about Hobbit and
the
that
whole yeah,
inclusion.
that's why I said
Yeah,
the trilogy.
that's why trilogy. That's not trilogy. It's 6 movies. That's why I was confirming with you. So my
Isn't
suspicion
the
was correct.
trilogy meaning like
A
the whole
trilogy means
entirety?
3. No, a trilogy means 3 movies. There was 3 Lord of the Rings and there was 3 Hobbit, and that's why I knew the AI was met because I'm pretty sure you got off the AI, right?
I'm just getting it off of Google.
I'm pretty sure it's the AI Google, whatever we call it. When the Google Gemini comes in, when you do the search bar and it does a summary of everything, that's the AI. So
Okay,
I knew it
well,
was getting confused between the two, so that's why I wanted to make sure.
you're the only one that's getting confused, but okay.
That's all right. I'll just go
Anyways,
fuck myself.
yes. Um, then so going back to the what I was reading about, The era of blended craft in the 1990s and the early 2000s, CGI was treated with special events as a special event rather than a default. Because the digital rendering was incredibly expensive, the time consuming filmmakers relied heavily on miniatures, animatronics, practical sets. CGI was generally reserved for impossible shots, like colossal dinosaurs in Jurassic Park or massive armies in The Lord of the Rings. This forced studios to perfect the new digital scenes they had, seamlessly integrating them with real physical elements. Now this is the now. Pervasive digital creation, modern CGI is incredibly powerful, and when given enough time, yields photorealistic results. However, its usage is much more widespread. Today, whole environments, digital doubles, and mirrored backgrounds details are computered and generated. The shift towards the green screen, heavy shoots, and aggressive post-production timelines results in massive workload for VFX artists. Many modern visual effects and artists point out their sheer volume of shots and last-minute studio changes rather than technical limitations hinder the final quality.
Yeah. I just looked it up. Yeah, there was actually a year between each one. So the first movie, 2001, second movie, 2002, third movie, 2003. That's what I mean. There was like, there's no way it was 8 years. That's why I was like going a little like, what the hell?
What I mean by 8 years is just the entirety in general of what it took to actually do all that.
But yeah, they're including The Hobbit. That's why I wasn't
that's
making sense to me.
Yes, that's why I said 8 years, because they're including that. Anyways.
Well, it makes no sense in the sense that The Hobbit had like a almost
Why
6
are you still
years
stuck on it? Just move on.
All right.
We already established it, so I'm kind of like, why are we stuck on it?
I thought you said you wanted me to stop talking about it.
I just asked you a question as to like,
okay, what do you want to know?
I asked you, why are you still stuck on it? Just
because the whole 8-year thing just does, and I'm a diehard Lord of the Ring fan, and when I hear that, it just like fucks with me a little. So I'm just like, I'm sitting here like thinking like 8 years, there's no fucking way. So I look up 2001, 2002, 2003. That's when the first 3 movies came out, and then they started the Hobbit series in 2012. So that's why I was like, that's a big gap. And you were talking about the sense of what's the difference between all the Marvel movies, each one having 2 years apart. Yeah, that makes sense. But Lord of the Rings only had 1 because they pre-planned everything. But you kept incorporating 8 years, which made no sense.
This is what it says. Making the Lord of the Rings trilogy was unprecedented 8 years endeavor.
Okay, but before you were but then when I asked you about it, then you started talking about
that. You gotta think about the work progress that they were putting into that. So from the beginning, right? You're writing it. How many years is that gonna take?
No, I agree. Okay, I agree with that.
That's why
yes,
I'm saying 8 years endeavor. It's just it was a big process. I'm not talking about the in-betweens. I'm talking about just the whole entirety that it took. Not the filmmaking, not the posting. It's just the whole thing in general took about 8 years to complete. Not the films. That's what it means.
Yeah, but when we originally worded it, I know, but when we originally worded it, it's not like you were talking about the films, and that's why I was like, no.
I already told you that in the beginning when you asked that question in the first place. I was saying, when you read it right there, you got to think about, okay, it took them 8 years from 1999.
I understand. I understand this. I don't need the rerun. I understand.
I know, but you are confused.
No, I was
so
no, I misheard.
I have to rerun it by you.
I misheard. I misheard you. That's what I'm trying to say. I misheard you.
Sometimes I wonder about your thinking capacities. in the nicest way possible.
That was the most go fuck yourself possible way of saying it, but all right.
I'm sorry, I don't know how else to non-blunt and be.
I mean, you are just a cunt sometimes, so I understand.
That's not wrong. Anyways. It's not wrong. It can be. Anyways,
No,
but
I know. It's that Puerto Rican bullshit.
Listen, white boy.
I'm only half white.
You sound so proud to be half white.
Listen, pendejo. I know damn well no cop asked you for your paper. So you white enough.
Well, because my uncle was a cop.
Wait. You want to know what's funny is that I told him the reason why he got his job is because he looks predominantly white. That's the only reason why you got your job. My boy got the job.
You want to know why?
That's a damn lie, because there's more Hispanics working there than I can fucking count. And I can guarantee probably one of them ain't fucking legal in this damn country.
Right.
Hey, fool, all I'm saying is ICE been trying to get me to join. You wanna tip them off in my direction?
Hey, ICE bounties are worth a lot nowadays, man. Hey, shit, may let a tip or two.
I split it with you.
Oh yeah, $2,000? Shit, I can use that.
Right?
You are both retarded. Anyways, let's move on.
You don't think I fucking know this?
When has this been a surprise to you? When has this been a surprise to you? I really want to know.
It's not a surprise to me.
Tell me something
like
I don't say 5 feet from the mirror.
You don't already know and lived with.
No, it's funny.
You're telling us the obvious information.
Oh wow, you now know the obvious information now.
Of course I did. Always
wow.
Did.
You're right.
Always did. Yeah, always did.
Right. Let's come together.
She's trying to do Kronk's voice, but it sounds like a paraplegic trying to say it. Like, right.
All right, man. Let's get out and kick out. Dig out.
Shredder. Where? That's all I fucking hear. That's all I hear. It's like, bro, you're gonna pass the Zaza, you're gonna fucking like continue talking. Like, what's going on?
I've been trying to move on, but you're butthurt.
I wasn't butthurt. I just wanted you to make sure you were right.
Older CGI often holds up. Actually, the reason why people like older CGI compared to how it is now, older CGI often holds up better than modern CGI because of the predatory studio deadlines, rushed workflows, and over resilience of digital effects. While today's technology is significantly more advanced, the immense volumes of content driven by streaming causes a studio overload visual effects, leaving less time to refine and polish every frame. Honestly, if they probably had more time to make these movies, and this is like why I'm comparing like Lord of the Rings or like the Pirate Caribbean movies, any trilogies.
I'll say, I just want to say one thing. There's a great video about all that from a crew called the Corridor Crew. They are an animation studio who makes YouTube videos. And they actually did a deep dive about why older CGI like Transformers and all the others like King Kong looks so much greater than what we have now. And they actually did a deep dive in that. I think they said something about how they did bring up Marvel and how crazy bad it went, and they showed old Marvel and how crazy good it was. Like the first Iron Man, holy hell!
Oh my god, I love the first. Like the first and second Iron Man was actually the third one too.
Because they even went through a whole deep dive of how they even animated like grit on the armor. Yeah, like the armor actually had grit, like actual form of the metal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I think all these movies that had time to be done is working well because these people are actually taking their time to show their art.
Funny enough, a new movie came out about dinosaurs called Primitive War. The CGI is made by an unknown company, but they took their time with it, and it looks fantastic. It's about Vietnam. It's about Vietnam War, Vietnam War, and they were in a jungle where they found dinosaurs, and it's a horror movie where they start getting eaten and ripped apart by velociraptors and
Yeah.
T-Rexes. But the animation is actually really good for a small indie company because the main thing they said, I think they talked about it, was they took their time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like all these movies are basically taking their time, kind of like also the first Avatar movie.
Oh yeah, the first one they took, what was it? 6 years?
Actually, let me take them. Let me actually look that up just to be sure how many years they actually took with that movie.
They took a long time, I know that. And the only reason why the second one took time was because they filmed the entire thing underwater, but that they still had a deadline, unfortunately. In the Incredibles, they actually took their time with that one, with the second one. So the animation actually looked great. Even though people were complaining about it for
it took about
fucking years.
Yeah, well, of course they're gonna complain no matter what. But I was happy
and that's part of the issue.
Yeah,
I know, but that's part of the issue. Is the fact is that people are impatient, and that makes these like studios panic.
Yeah, but the thing is that like, that's why I'm saying I really liked it. The first Incredibles movie, perfect, wonderful, loved it. Now I wondered for years and was like, oh, when is the next one coming out? Because like what in that day and age of like our age of that time, computers were still kind of a thing, but we wouldn't really know until it shows up on a TV or on a DVD. So, you know, like when they came out with DVDs and it has like the the freaking commercials in the beginning.
Oh my God, you're not remind me of my
now
on DVD.
No,
you remember that one?
DVD.
Now on DVD, and that loud ass fucking horn they always played. I'm not talking about Disney. I'm talking about that blue screen when it came to the DVD. Because apparently DVDs were like, I think they were copyrighted at first, and there was a company who owned the actual discs until the copyright thing expired. I don't remember. Yeah. It was a whole thing about it, and that's why that little program played at the beginning of all of it.
I loved it, honestly. It made my childhood. I loved it. I didn't mind it at all.
Oh, we all did. Don't worry. Yeah, we all did.
It allowed you to go ahead and grab like your popcorn and, you know, take a piss or grab your snacks before you watch the movie. So before it hit the play screen.
Oh, yeah, for those who are watching me play Marvel Rivals, I know I suck. Please help.
If I was playing with you, then you would probably survive because most of the healers in that fucking game.
The healers. Well, I'm also doing a little bit of risque plans and call out you, but
as me,
even then,
if it was me,
on my ass.
If it was me, I'll be with you, and on the tank. But anyways, it took about 4 years to make the first Avatar movie.
4?
Really? I thought it was more.
The original Avatar 2009 took about 4 years.
Damn, did they take more time on Lord of the Rings than they did that?
Of direct
I'm talking about myself.
Production and principal photography from 2005 to 2009. The concept lived in James' imaginations for over a decade prior to his waited technology to catch up. Honestly, even though they took a long time with the second movie, it still kind of came out like shit and it didn't really make sense. But yeah, it was nice.
It's because they spent more of their time trying to prove a point with filming underwater. That was their whole thing.
It still sucked though.
And then when people on the third one, they rushed it.
Yeah, they rushed the third one.
I mean, my dad liked it. My dad was praising it earlier. I was just sitting there like.
I mean, it's nice for what it is, the storyline, but what the fuck is going on? They also reused the same shots from the other movies in that movie as well too, I think.
Hold on, I want to show something off real quick. Because I'm actually let
me say something before you remember that Jurassic Park movie that we watched and we were just like, what the fuck is that? Like the weird white beluga whale.
The CGI was great.
Oh yeah.
The CGI was great.
I was like,
the story was dog shit.
The acting was dog shit.
Talking about
the storyline was dog shit.
She's talking about Jurassic World Rebirth.
Yeah, that sucked. Me and you were like, what is happening right now?
I'm just gonna show off the CGI from this is a screenshot, so it's not the best picture. But this is from the new movie Primitive War made by a small studio. That's the CGI of the Raptor.
And it's also kind of like how, you know how, a little credit to Iron Lung right now, to Markiplier. He did that whole movie himself.
But that's practical effects. He was using more practical effects.
I know, practical, but the thing is that the time he took to make that movie as an indie movie production,
because he didn't have the billions.
Yes,
this
I understand
waste
that.
to speed up the process.
But that's how it was back then. You know what I mean? You know, remember when the Halloween movies came out with Michael Myers? They didn't
Don't get me started with Michael Myers.
I know.
Don't get me started.
No. After all those other movies, I don't know what the fuck happened to all those fucking other movies.
We watched it together recently. Don't you remember how bad it is now seeing it again? It looks horrific.
The first couple of movies, that was back then. Like, that's the 1990s and stuff like that. But when they came out with that movie back then, that was the most scariest thing that everybody has ever seen. But it was Halloween, it was Friday the 13th, right? Yeah, it was on one of the Friday the 13th, like not that long ago. I forgot when it was. I think it was in November when Tori was streaming it. I don't know how long ago he was streaming the movie for. It was one of the Friday the 13th of last year. But we were watching all the Michael Myers movies. Now, for that time of that movie that he showed us, the first movie was of his mother basically trying to kill everybody because I guess Michael Myers died at the bottom of the lake, but he was still somehow alive. And the mother was just like killing people on his behalf, which didn't make any sense.
So yeah, when I first watched it, I was so disappointed because I was going to see the big boy kill people, but no, it's just the mom.
It was the mom first, and then when the mother died, Michael Myers took her steps. So I was like, what? But anyways, but the fact that movie back then and how it was the most scariest thing for everybody. Now today, like us today, we're gonna sit here and be like, oh, that's funny and cringy. Like, what the fuck is happening right now? But
you can even watch, like, for example, Jurassic Park 1, and that movie's old as hell too. And you can still look at that and say, "Holy shit, that actually looks really good." Or what's it called? You also look at Star Wars, like the first one. There is those moments where you're like, "Okay, it looks weird as fuck," but then there's other moments like, "Holy shit!" For example,
like,
the lightsabers. Really the lightsabers.
Well, let's take in for instance. Let me finish what I was saying about Michael Myers real quick before I move on to something else. Before you cut me off again. For that time of Michael Myers, of horror movies, because, you know, Star Wars was there and stuff like that, or coming out sooner or later. At that time, when the creator was making Michael Myers, they didn't really expect for the movie to blow up the way that it did, but it was going in. It wasn't like a big movie production. They had a budget, and a really small one at that. So when they started putting into like, I don't even remember how much the first budget was for the first movie. Yeah, look it up real quick. But they put it into local areas to show off the movie, and then that's when it started picking up production for them to make the second one. Now the second one wasn't that great either with the money wise that they were using, but it was starting to build revenue of its.
It was like Friday the 13th, right?
I think so. I don't really remember.
Bro had $550,000.
Yeah, so imagine that back in the day. That's not a lot of money for them.
Back in the day, that was okay money. I ain't gonna lie. That was like $1 million
to make a movie and pay people. To make a movie and pay people.
Oh yeah,
and
make a movie
post
$1 million is fucking terrific.
Yeah, they probably would need at least like $1 million or two back then. But when I think I was watching this with someone, one of them, Michael Myers movie, they finally killed Michael Myers, but then she ended up in the hospital or something, and she's like, he's gonna come back for me, and she thought she was finally free But no, somehow Michael Myers came back from the fucking dead, and then now they're making more movies. So I'm like, what is going on? Just stop it. Stop making it. But anyways,
Let
yeah,
the
like
little
let's take
brown boy die.
let the little man die. But back then, like Wolf was saying, is that like all the movies that were being made, such as like Star Wars, the lightsabers were a crazy add-on feature. Now let's take Invincible. Now that's a show though. Invincible. They literally saved their money.
Animated.
Yeah, I know, but hold on. This is gonna relate to whatever I'm about to say. Now they saved their production money into the last few episodes of that season.
That's
right?
because of Amazon, and Amazon doesn't give enough money.
Yes.
For those who don't know, they are only given 13 animators.
Yes. But what I'm trying to say is that with all these movies, such as like Star Wars, right? The reason why some scenes look like shit is because they're trying to save that money to put into the bigger things like the spaceships and fight scenes and all that stuff. So that's why some movies back then kind of look a little weird in between shots. It's just purely of the fact that you gotta understand time is money. So when they actually put the money into the right scenes, it looks good. That's why everybody likes it. But anyways, moving on, such as the the Pirates of the Caribbean movie and stuff like that. The time and resources in the 1990s and 2000s, producing CGI was incredibly expensive and difficult. So studios used it sparingly, like I just said. They use it sparingly. Using visual effects, teams often had years to perfect iconic scenes, such as groundbreaking work on the films like Avatar and the Pirate of the Caribbean. Today's artists are forced to complete work under rushed turnaround schedules, leading to unfinished or game-like visuals. And that's what's happening. People are being rushed with their work. Now, if y'all would just fucking take your ADHD 5-second brains and let these people do their work, maybe you won't fucking complain about a movie of it sucking.
It's like asking for your car to be repaired faster, but then when they do, next thing you know, the door falls off and you blame them for it.
Yeah, like, would you want your server and the cooks in the back to be like rushing your favorite meal, and then if they rush it, they burn it, and then they're like, okay, here you go, you want it,
and then
in
they
10
spit
seconds.
on it too because you didn't do enough.
Yeah, like, you gotta understand that perfection takes time. If you keep rushing people to get the stuff done, it looks like shit. Like the live action Moana movie that's coming out, it looks like shit.
We talking about? The Rock doesn't look like a big.
No. The Rock looks great in the movie. Now Moana, on the other hand, she looks fucking ugly.
He doesn't fit it. Even though he is the voice actor, his brothers, you see his brothers, they're more like Maui size.
Yeah, I know, but actually, honestly, seeing with The Rock with long hair, I does not look great. They put hair on him. I'm like, please don't. He doesn't look good with hair. He looks better bald. But at the end of the day, like I'm saying right now, like the live action Moana movie that's coming out right now looks like absolute dog shit. Especially the female actor of Moana, she looks like dog shit. They should have chose a prettier actor, and I'm not saying that characters should be looking better for movies. It's just, listen, if you're choosing a perfect Disney princess movie, you need to choose a better looking fucking character. Like what? Live action Ariel, and they chose, I'm not dissing on anybody, but like, come on, she's white. Why did you choose a black Little Mermaid?
Oh god, don't get me started on
the Ariel.
What was her name? There was that.
Why would you also choose for a black female character, Astrid, in fucking the live act? Like, come on. I'm not saying
was she's from there.
She's from there. I don't give a shit. I'm just saying.
It's not modern day sweet. It's not modern day Viking land. It's fucking ancient Viking land where everyone's white.
You got to think about it. like, listen, I understand that, you want to integrate, black people into movies, but have them
I
in
know.
the
No, I'm joking.
background, or actually have them, or make movies that actually
Having the background.
have, stop, or actually make movies that have black oriented characters. I'm kind of more for of, like, these people having, like, Crazy Rich Asians, right? It's about Asians, right? Black movies about black people. Like, I was just watching The Help earlier. The Help is oriented black. Now, you're not changing characters from books, right? Those are movies that are made for those people. And it's popular, right? But if you keep changing or integrating these people into these movies, it just doesn't look right. You're kind of just shoving that stuff down people's throats, and that's not what they want to see. People really love it when they see their characters the way that they are. Now, there is some movies out there that I do agree where in the story it's a white person and they change it black and it kind of looks a little better, and the acting is great, blah blah blah, they actually fit the role. There is some movies like that out there for me, or shows. It's nice. Like Bridgerton, they are adding in black people, Asian people, any color of people into that show, but it's actually oriented, and it's actually
it's also a universe in a country that doesn't exist, so it kind of works out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So make it your own story. Don't change stories that are already made for people's happy eyes. I don't care. Like, come on. It's just whatever. Or changing the Hulk series with female Hulk being a fucking dumbass, and the Hulk being fucking dumb in that. The female Hulk.
Yeah, She-Hulk is an actual comic book character, and she is actually pretty cool in the comics. But then,
the show,
yeah, they butchered her in the show. They butchered.
Listen,
Oh
I
my
don't
god!
mind.
You should have seen the interaction between
diverse...
her and Hulk in the world Hulk World Breaker or World Crack. I forgot. You should have seen the interaction. She was trying to calm him down, and he gave her the most clean, like, if you speak one more, we're gonna rip your skull out, and proceeded to throw her in space, I think.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, just stick to the story. Don't change it. And like I was saying, like, not that long ago about the Teen Titans series of live action. They literally made Starfire black. I'm like, come on. At least paint her skin orange, for the love of God.
Oh,
like,
you want to know what people were saying about that? They were saying, well,
What?
she's from a different planet, so it shouldn't matter.
What the fuck? Come on.
No, they say she was green or some shit too.
She's actually an orange color.
Not or green, not orange. Sorry, I said green.
Unless you're talking
Beast
about
Boy. I was talking about Beast Boy.
Oh, okay, yeah, Beast Boy. Of course, they should have made him green too, which I'm also mad about. That they made him a perfectly colored person, and I'm like, he's supposed to be fucking green. Anyways, blending with practical effects, older movies are smartly mixed with CGI and practical props, models, and real-world lighting references. This combination of physical sets and digital additions, ground scenes, and reality. Modern films frequently use entirely digital environments and object, which can look weightless or frail to interact with natural light and shadows. So what that means is that movies back then used actual sceneries, and today's day and age just use digital backgrounds, which make it look less, like, just weightless, doesn't exist. And also the uncanny valley effect, which is because modern CGI strives for complete photorealism. Our brains are hyper aware when even a subtle detail such as gravity or facial movements is off. Older CGI embraces slightly stylized, lower fidgety look, which often ages more gracefully, acting as an artistic choice rather than failed attempt of mimicking the real world. So it's basically saying that us humans can tell the difference of what looks weird and what doesn't. So it's just the pros and cons of CGI. Like, computer generated imagery offers unparalleled creative freedom, allowing filmmakers to design and build impossible worlds and flawless visual effects. However, it can be expensive, risking looking artificial, and sometimes struggles to evoke the same emotional ground as physical practical effects. That's why when people say, like, games, they use strictly CGI, and then they use the actors. You want to know why most of these actors look like the 1,000-yard stare in games? Is because they're using CGI. Now keep it in fucking games. Don't add it to movies where you're gonna completely CGI everything and just not actually fix it. Now, it's just it also costs a lot of money. Costs a lot of money for them to use CGI, and modern CGI is shifting due to tight studio deadlines, rushed post-production changes, and heavy use of green screens over practical sets. That's why it's changing now. Visual effects studios are increasingly adapting real-time rendering tools like Epic Games' Unreal Engine instead of traditional offline render engines. While this allows directors to see digital environments while shooting, it can sometimes result the video as a game-like. So, because of that, technology favors speed over photorealistic precision. So, I don't know. I feel like we should start actually taking our times with these movies. Like, I wanna break from the ads, man. Want to break from the ads? I just want to stop seeing fake shit. Okay. You're that type of guy that will watch a whole ad.
Hell nah, bro. I got ad blockers for a damn reason.
I'm tired of it, Grandpa. What has to do that? Actually, Holes is a really wonderful movie that didn't really involve CGI at all.
That sounds like something you'd be into.
CGI based, so
why would I be into Holes?
You can't think of a single reason.
Cannot at all think of a single reason. Definitely not.
No, I can't think of it either. Anyway.
Starts
rolling 30 minutes worth of fucking just you.
Let's cut back to the first 5 seconds of us, actually 5 minutes of us talking.
Anyways, I just want a palate cleanser. I just want to see the old shit back. I don't want to see this bullshit no more. I want to actually see a real movie without CGI down my fucking throat. But anyways, that's it for my topic. If you want to go on with yours, Tony, then go for it.
Oh, finally. So, Japan did something pretty cool. Using CRISPR technology, which is gene editing stuff that they're doing. They figured out how to take the extra copy out of the 21 chromosome in down people and learn how to take it out. As of right now, it's only 30% effective, so it's not really a cure at the moment.
Down at my child, please.
I have 4 children. Make this one down.
Take the
I
down.
like to see what this like. No, put the down in my child. I want to see what it do.
Put the down in.
Honestly, I'm kind of not okay with us being
debate.
able to. Hold on. Sorry. I'm not okay. I'm kind of not okay with us being able to alter our genetics.
Saying you don't like weaponized autism?
Go ahead.
You tell me you don't like weaponized Down syndrome? What are you talking about?
So
We
I
could do
can
that?
give my child. So you're saying that?
Think about it. If you can genetically change someone to the point where they don't have something, you don't think they're gonna try to do something where you do, to
Well,
the
most
point
of our
where it
Bro.
foods-
works?
Most of our
I'm
foods
just joking.
infect us genetically. That they make like heavily chemical shit in America.
Listen, someday our water is going to be genetically modified. All right, it's going to be
I mean, the
more
meat's
H and
already
more
like
O.
I'm not gonna be surprised if it isn't already.
the meat's already lab grown.
It's going to be H420.
They wait. I actually have something to add on to that. They actually are making lab grown
That's
milk.
what you just said. That's what. Oh, milk.
Yeah, they're making lab grown milk using the I think it's the RSV. No, not RSV. It's like a monkey virus strain that they're using a virus to chemically make milk. It's fucking crazy. I gotta look up a little bit more into that.
On a strawberry.
Anyways, going back on what I was saying, it's only 30% effective. So hopefully, with some more time, it'll be a predominant cure. But then, of course, there's ethical problems. Are we at a point now where we're playing God, where we can go into so much genetic information, change it so they would come out as what we would call a quote unquote normal person? Now, the part that people are like kind of upset about, which I don't fucking get, is one of the things like, who are we to change them? Well, I'm going to be honest, if we can have less mentally disabled people in a country, that'd be beneficial to everyone who's paying taxes. Because that tax money goes to those who are mentally disabled to help them live and function a normal life, including the massive toll that it takes on a family. Stress,
A
relationship between the father and the mother. People have these lovely stories, but what we also are not listening to are all the horror stories that come of this. Children that are beating their parents, parents that have to give up their children to a foundation that takes children with either severe autism or the whole Down syndrome because they physically cannot take care of them. There's a huge mental toll that's being taken. So in my opinion, if we can just eradicate the Down syndrome, and if we get to a point where we can just have everybody be normal, I see it as a win-win in any country. But I would like to know your opinions on this. Are we at a point where we should genetically modify people to make them better, smarter, more effective, or should we just start and make everybody healthy?
There's an actual movie about this. Fuck, I forgot what it's called.
Yes, but movies have a tendency to be theatrical. I'm talking about.
Of course, but
if it was to happen,
it is going to be
is starting to prove a fact that is actually real.
Ballpark, at least knowledge of it in a sense.
Huh?
I said it's at least ballpark knowledge of it in a sense, like what would kind of like a visual representation at least.
I don't know. Some movies that are coming out or movies that were made back then quietly are kind of becoming right, in my opinion.
Yeah, but you gotta look at The Simpsons.
I mean,
they always know, man.
Okay, my opinion towards this is nice. I think it's okay, but for us to genetically modify our children in an unnatural way. Now, I would do it if my doctor says, hey, you have a 50-50 chance of your child coming out with Down syndrome. Do you want to change that? Or having like a specific gene or a chromosome where your child is going to be different and may die in the shortcoming years. Now, to me, in my opinion, I'll be like, okay, if I want my child to have a long life, then I'll be like, okay, yeah, genetically modify that out. Not just morely about thinking and coming up with ideas of what needs to be removed for the child's longevity. I wouldn't agree to make everybody normal, because if the whole world was normal, it would be kind of like that scene in SpongeBob where he's like, "Hi, how are you?" Like if everybody was perfect, it would just be weird. Like there's a lot of
That's so much
neurodivergent people out
perfect.
there.
If everybody was normal, of course they'd have their own quirks, personality traits, and whatnot. So you can't genetically modify that,
Yeah.
to my knowledge. We could probably figure it out. I ain't gonna lie.
No, but like that's what I'm trying to say. Is like there is autistic people out there. There is neurodivergent people out there who have created really good thing. What was it? Was it Albert Einstein that had like a specific?
Elon Musk has Asperger's.
Yeah, like all
which
these
is a
smart
form
people.
of autism.
Yeah, all these smart people have some form of autism.
And that's the part where I meant by weaponized autism, because there is a pattern.
Have you heard of the Marine Corps?
That's not autism. That's sociopath. Sociopath mixed.
Sorry, yes, we have the sociopaths in the Marine Corps. Then we have we have the psychopaths in the Marine Corps. We have the sociopaths in the United States Army. Then we have the autism branch in the Air Force.
The generals, because they're the ones.
And then we have the gays on the water. But yeah, they're also working on not Japan specifically, but scientists are working on an artificial pancreas.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, no.
Cool.
So Albert Einstein had Asperger's syndrome.
Oh, you did as well? So funny enough, Elon and considered one of the smartest people on Earth has Asperger's.
Yeah.
Bit of a pattern there, huh?
And for those who don't know, what's Asperger's, guys?
You don't know, do you?
Eating Asperger's.
Hell no. What the fuck?
I love eating Asperger's.
It is a form of autism.
Of course
it is more of a so like awkwardness, right? Like that whole concept. Take that to level 10 and
hold on. Wait. Asperger's syndrome is a neurodivergent development condition characterized by significant difficulties in social interaction, nonverbal communication, alongside with restriction, repetitive patterns of behavior and interests. Through widely known in the past, it was classified in 2013 and is known as officially diagnosed as autism spectrum disorder. It's Asperger's was distinguished from other forms of autism because of the individuals typically exhibit typical language development, average to above average cognitive skills during early childhood. However, mental health professionals realized these distinctions were inconsistent, and the American Psychiatric Association officially retired the diagnosis. People who have historically received an Asperger's diagnosis are now characterized under the broader umbrella of ASD, often as level 1 autism. Despite the changes in terminology, many individuals still use Asperger's as a personal identity to describe autistic individuals with low support needs. So basically, it's just people with autism, but they can still function in a highly manner. People with people with Asperger's hyper focus on specific things that they like, such as routines, such as like specific things that they know they can do, but if it's changed, it like ruins their day. Everything. Yeah.
The thing is, it's also a social thing too, because if you notice, half the time Elon Musk does not he doesn't. It's almost as if he's forcing himself to talk to people. It's not the fact he doesn't like it; it's just the fact that to him, any conversation can be awkward.
Yeah.
Damn, I might have Asperger's then.
You probably do. I'm not gonna lie.
No,
I think
you're. I honestly think you're a sociopath.
I am diagnosed.
Which they're very similar in the sense of like others are talking. It's not a bad thing. It sounds bad. They make it sound horrible, but in all actually, it's just the ability not to feel emotion as to a considerably what they call normal level.
Honestly, one of the worst things about it is I get really mad when people are sad around me.
The sociopath.
But why the fuck are you being this weak? Like it's retarded.
A A sociopath.
Cut that out.
is-
Cut that out.
I'm not cutting that shit out. But
I'm just kidding.
I want people to know how you actually think.
You want people to know how I actually think. I got you. I think we should cut the
Blow up
balls
planet.
off of every pedophile out there.
Hell
I
yeah.
think the Megan Leonard handbook should actually just be an execution list, and we should start going down the list.
You're right. The definition to
We would fix all our
sociopath.
problems and
I
we
just
just
wanted to
bomb
say
Israel.
A
No.
sociopath is an informal term used to describe someone living with antisocial personality disorder. It is characterized by persuasive lack of empathy and discourage for social norms and rules, and a tendency to manipulate or exploit others for personal gain. I
Yeah, I wonder what that sounds like.
wonder. I really do. Lack of
Yo, they
consequences. Experience little
hey,
to no guilt
they ain't keep
when
me
harming
against my
others.
will, guys. They actively want me around. It's actually pretty nice.
Yes, you're not allowed to go anywhere. You have to socialize.
Up here right now.
I think it's a mixture of sociopath and Asperger's because, like, damn, you're a little autistic, dude.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. But yeah, most of the smart people out there have like some form of neurodivergent stuff happening in their brain. It's just morally of the fact that those type of people have the ability to hyper focus on specific things that they know they can do, and it can be done. And that's something that I feel like should work into the workforce. Like, if I think actually back in the day when I was in school, they did a program where they did a test on a group of students, and I was part of it, where I went through a program, and it specifically I had to answer questions to show what I like and what I like to do as for a job, and what I find happiness in a job. And it came out with these results, and the teacher told me just follow that and you will have a happy career and wanting to work. But you know how the government situation is like with that type of shit. They're not gonna let people do that forever, so they just want you to work your asses off and you be unhappy with your job for the rest of your life.
Man,
There
fuck
is
that. If y'all find something that you want to fucking do in your life, go fucking do it. No matter what
Go
people
do
say.
it.
The biggest regret of my fucking life. If you want to buy
Yeah.
guns, get a motorcycle, join the fucking army or military, whatever, you go fucking do that, white boy. All right? At the end of the fucking day, you make your own decision because you get to live your life only fucking once.
Yes, you, white
As far
boy.
as
I'm
I'm aware.
talking to you.
Yes, you specifically, the one that's
You.
looking around right now, kind of confused.
Yes, the one with brown hair. Yes, you.
Tony didn't make it.
I'm looking at
so
the
that's
other
why he
white
said
boy
you
with a
guys
very strangely colored shirt.
Tony
That
didn't
white
make it,
boy?
so
Never
you guys
seen a
have
shirt
to.
that color before.
That white boy right there.
You special.
Shoot him. What?
Excuse me.
Yeah, you don't gotta tell me twice.
Wait, hold on. Okay. What was I gonna say? Shit.
That's why I want
to join the
military.
Oh, but you didn't make it. That's why you came back home. Anyways.
Damn. He did make
2
it.
weeks.
It's just that his body couldn't handle the humidity.
He couldn't
Nigga,
handle
I've
the
never been
East
around
Coast.
so many people in my life. I got sick so fast.
Maybe that's your.
Bro,
That's just
bro
life
walked
telling
in-
you that you should
Bro,
probably
that is my goddamn
socialize
kryptonite.
more.
Bro walked
You should
into
have
the midi.
probably.
Fuck that.
That's the universe trying to tell you that you should socialize more and get sick more often.
Bro went to the southeast and instantly fucking started dying lung-wise. He
Yeah,
gained
Listen,
he came
asthma.
to. He
I
came
live
to our
in
side
a
of the country.
fucking desert. I didn't get asthma. I live in a fucking desert. I went to your fucking Midwest. Why is everything
It's
wet?
not the Midwest. It's the East Coast.
But still, why is everything wet?
I don't
It's
know.
because it is.
It's just wet over here. I don't know. That's why we have
It
trees
says
here.
I walk outside, instantly chapped lips. These other motherfuckers out here getting fucking ashy knees, bro. It's
Dude, just understand the reason why you're a desert and why we have more trees on our side of the planet, the other side of the country.
You guys
Just-
do-
Listen, it's okay.
We're
As long as I can survive fire season every year, we're good.
You gotta survive earthquake season, sir. Like,
Oh, we just
it's
get
not even
earthquakes. It's a
season.
normal fucking
It's not
thing.
even a season. No, you're getting close to a catastrophic earthquake for the tectonic plates.
Listen,
over there,
listen,
okay?
listen. I'm ready.
I'm ready. Okay.
I've been ready. Ready.
You just want it to happen. You're begging
Yes.
for it to happen.
Yes. Give me an excuse to be violent, please. Speaking of being violent, I'm actually going out for a fight tomorrow early morning. I'm very excited for that.
Okay. All right. Let me move on from this bullshittery. Actually, there's a movie called Divergent out there. Pretty good movie. You guys should watch that. But that basically explains the
Oh yes, that movie that is every white girl like dream.
No. You don't
Being the
get
star.
the movie. It's not about the fucking white people in that goddamn movie, okay? It's about
No,
what
I mean,
Tony.
no, I said white woman. I said woman specifically.
There's a bunch of white people in that movie. I only saw like a handful.
I know,
of
but I'm
black
talking
people
about the
in there.
fact is it's
You're
such
telling me
a
I can scream "Go white boy, go" while the movie's playing?
while
Yeah.
the woman who is clearly
Go.
the main character is trying her best to be like one of them.
Well, because she was divergent.
That was
She was
cringy as
different.
That was the most cringiest sentence I've
What?
ever heard. That
I'm
she was
not wrong.
divergent.
How do you want me to say it though? Like,
I'm sorry. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because my sister was obsessed with that movie and just like Twilight, and I'm just like sitting here, just like it's a girl who was chosen to be a random soldier, but then they weren't soldiers.
Okay.
Of
Hold
the
on.
same
Let me explain
thing.
the movie for you. Because you're thinking of that way. Me, I watched the movie for what it was. I don't care about the fucking white bitch in that movie. It's basically what Tony said. It was a world that basically had a specific war or whatever, and they literally caged themselves in with a faction, right? To be controlled and to be normal. That's why there was many different factions. Divergents were the people who thought differently than others, that did things differently, and that's what apparently made the world go to shit, because of them thinking differently than specifically being normal.
Yeah, like there was like the miners, and then the artists, and like what was it? They're all given specific roles.
Yeah, they were all given specific roles, but it was basically the smart people, which is the lawyers and all that stuff, the judicial system, basically. I don't remember the name specifically, but then there was also the warriors, and then there was the agriculture, and then there was another one. I forgot it was factionless, and
then towards the end of the movie they found out that none of that shit mattered, and it was just like,
that's what I'm trying to say. Is because that's what I'm trying to say is that the divergence it was made to control people, and then when they found the people who were factionless outside of the city was just divergent people who thought as
people living their life until they showed up, and then they got them all killed. Probably.
Basically, they all basically kind of died at the end. It was
living their life. Then these fuck ass rebels show up. Hey, we need shelter. Oh, we're nice people, so we're gonna help them. Oh, here comes the tank.
Yeah. So I mean, it's kind of like Divergent. It's kind of like what other movie was it? The freaking Whistle Girl. I forgot that.
Oh my lord! Hunting game, right? Hunting
Hunger
game.
Games. Hunger Games. It was
Hunger
Hunger
Games,
Games, and it was also like Maze Runner too. Maze Runner was actually really good.
Maze Runner. Oh, that was a gem. Of all those movies, which I kind of all put in the same category for some reason, I even though they have no correlation with each other, they all just kind of give off the same feel. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it's not the same. It's not the same movie, but it's the same category. They did the same thing, but in 3 different ways. Because the Maze Runner was technically like that too. It was just basically them finding the survival of the fittest, and then when they realized that there's a world outside of the test lab, they basically rebelled against them. But there was a virus, apparently.
Quote unquote world.
Post-apocalypse.
Post-apocalypse of a city with turrets, basically. That's about it.
Apocalypse.
But to be honest, I allowed you, and this is where I'm going to... Okay, all right, little miss. Try to figure out her own fucking words.
Post-apocalypse.
fucking figure it out, goddamn, so I can continue my bit.
Post-apocalypse.
Okay, hold on, shut the fuck up.
Post-apocalyptic.
That's not gonna help her. Yes, I already knew that's not gonna help her. So, say it with me. Apoc. Liptic.
Post-apocalyptic.
Oh my fucking. Okay. Moving on from the autistic.
Apocalyptic.
Shut up, Elon. Elon, quiet. Please put the Trump thing quiet. Put the Trump thing quiet, GIF. No, quiet.
Post-apocalyptic.
It's like watching. It's like listening to like a deer.
I feel like a demon's trying to pronounce its fucking name.
I feel like a deer is trying its best to like die already, but the brain is going first.
Post-apocalyptic. But no, I'm actually being genuine. This is really genuine.
Genuinely, me trying not to pull the trigger.
Post-apocalyptic. Post-apocalyptic.
Ah, fuck you. I think I forgot what I was gonna say. Fuck you. Annoying as hell.
Good. Anyway.
No, continue trying to get it. It failed.
Post-apocalyptic.
It's like
I can't say it. It's like edited.
Oh god, another one.
Post-apocalyptic. Maze Runner. You were talking about Maze Runner.
Yeah. Fucking bitch. So, the whole thing with that, and where I think people disagree with me probably or agree, I don't fucking know. I side with Wicked, and I'll side with the RDA from Avatar any day.
Oh,
any day.
Because fuck you believe in Helldivers.
Fuck those blue monkeys. They should have been nuked to high hell. And fuck those kids who thought about like, oh, our free wills are more important than the entire human race surviving. Go fuck yourself.
I believe in free will. He's more of like, fuck the human race. Anyways,
I believe the only way for world peace is to have the what?
Let me just do a quick hot take because the pot is boiling. All right.
Listen. Helldivers got it right. That's the only world government that'll work.
Probably. So everybody knows about the PlayStation shit that's going on right now, right? So PlayStation,
of course, every poor boy out there knows.
PlayStation is facing a massive consumer and legal backlash after announcing they will completely cease manufacturing physical game discs after all PlayStation releases starting in January 2020.
They're pulling in Nintendo right now, to be honest.
Yeah, so I was watching a video earlier. I think it was Nogla and Terrorizer's reaction channel. I was watching that earlier.
I love their channel.
Yeah, their channel is fantastic, beautiful. I was watching that earlier, and they were actually doing a reaction to this right now.
Brian.
Hold on, stop. I'm trying to think.
Oh yeah, huh? It's hard to think. Yeah, it's hard to think when you have someone autistic and fuck in the background, huh?
Now go.
Don't go. I'm gonna say a racial slur in the middle.
You got me. You got me, lobster. You got me,
We're
lobster.
here to see, we're here to see 3D tickets to what was it? What was the movie they're all trying to see?
You can pump some gas into me.
No, what was the fucking movie they were trying to see? Hold on. Oh, I gotta find it now. Vanos movie. Hold on.
Gas.
Vanos
If
movie.
anybody
Oh,
knows that one way in the
he's
beginning.
running around. You gonna make my insides explode or something.
Yes. Oh, my God,
I
they
try to
were
look at the
gold.
movie. Pluto Nash. Pluto Nash in 3D.
So they were reacting to it. So they were basically saying that, you know, PlayStation back in the day did things for the people to have physical copies of the games, and they promised that they would keep making physical copies of games, so that people would be able to either keep it as a monument or trade it in or sell it. They are also trying. It was also a way to be able to use those games on old PlayStations, such as like the 3 or 4, but since they're updating and using stuff more online, it's kind of getting sad that you're not able to hold the physical copy no more. It's just more about having that relationship between
we can't
going
really be
to
mad
the
about
store.
that.
I mean,
Digital all the
no, I grew up with Blockbuster selling movies and games. I grew up with GameStop. I know. I mean, I wouldn't say like our generation. I would say more of the people who were born when it started, or before it started.
Listen, I remember going to Blockbuster and renting those games for like what, 3 days.
Yeah,
I remember
yeah.
Blockbuster. And then like me being a dumbass excited kid opening the box to nothing, thinking it was on the shelf because there was something in it, but no, it's somewhere else, of course.
Yeah, you actually had. It was funny because you in game. I loved going to Blockbuster all the time with that smell that it always randomly had. But they're just saying the nostalgia between being able to hold a copy of the game is what makes it the PlayStation worth it to get, because you're able to hold the physical copy. It's just what Nogla's brother, because I think Nogla is gone with his family. It was his brother that was doing the reaction with Terrorizer. His brother was saying that these marketing companies with PlayStation and Sony kind of test the waters first and how their prices would go before they start actually putting it in full blast for the other companies to do the same. So Sony was, I think it was PlayStation that was doing it first, or Sony, and then they made Nintendo do the same thing as well too. So that's why everything is getting super expensive when you buy games online than what it is an actual physical copy. Physical copies are much more cheaper, such as like I forgot one game that they were showing. It was $24 on Amazon, but then when you look to download it online, it's like $69. And that's why people are getting upset, because they're like, why can't I just buy the physical copy?
It's not exactly that. It's just more the sense of having two different options. It's not the fact that they're not always cheaper.
But then you also got to understand that at the end of the day, if I'm buying a physical copy, I don't need to download the whole entire fucking game to my PC or my monitor. I mean, not monitor, my PlayStation or Xbox without buying like one of those storage computers.
That's how. Okay.
Download the damn games.
I do want to say one thing. That is how it used to be, but when these games got bigger, like a lot bigger than how they are now, unfortunately, that is no longer the case. So nowadays, it's just a key that allows you to access the game license. You still download them still now. Because the games are now so big they can't be on those discs anymore. So
Yeah.
I see why they're doing it. It's a way to save production money, but now it's also their way of saying that they can, if let's just say right now they don't have the rights to this, but down the road they can, because this is what they did with Nintendo.
Did I
When you
say in
buy
the beginning of this video that this is episode 8? I meant to say this is episode 9.
I
All
don't
right, we
know.
got to restart from the very beginning.
All right, I guess we'll
Alright.
find out later with a flashback.
And
I will
Dragon
quit
Ball
right
Z.
here, right now, and go to bed. I will quit right now and go to bed. I do not give a
Next
fuck.
time on
I do not give
Dragon
a
Ball
fuck.
Z. Will you find out if this is
Well,
episode 8 or
Jurassic Park.
9? Welcome to Jurassic Park. But yeah, we understand. But moving on a little bit so that Wolf can do his topic. Gamers are protesting the forced shift to digital only feature, where they would no longer own their games but merely rent digital licenses that can be revoked.
Exactly, that's all I was trying to say.
Yeah, but the thing is that imagine you buying the copy, right? This is what happened to me, right? I bought Cult of the Lambs for PlayStation. I don't have the PlayStation anymore. Now I have to re-download the Cult of the Lambs and restart my progress. Now imagine buying the physical copy, doing all your progress on the physical copy, and then now they want you to download the game online through the PlayStation or whatever other app you have, and now you have to restart.
Yeah, you can no longer bring your DVD to your friend's house.
Yeah, that too. So the key sources of the backlash is loss of ownership and trade. Players are angry that they will no longer be able to resell, trade, or lend or collect physical copies of their own favorite games. Titles like the upcoming Grand Theft Auto 6 will ship with boxes, download codes rather than the discs.
For PlayStation, but Xbox I think is still doing. Is Xbox still doing it?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure. You probably have to look that up real quick on your own. Corporate dominance and pricing. Without physical alternatives, Sony will have total control over pricing on PlayStation Store. The lack of second-hand market raises fears of uncompetitive prices, gouging. So basically,
they're pulling Nintendo.
Yeah, but basically, GameStop is about to go to fuck out of business because that's where everybody resells their shit.
Actually, no, because GameStop now sells more niche objects now than starting to do that. They're becoming like a hot topic.
Yeah, but that's stupid.
But the thing is that
they're not gonna stay open for that long.
Well, it's the only way you can get your hands on my Star Wars helmets.
True, but then I could just buy that on Amazon.
Yeah, but you get to hold them before you know if they fit or not.
You could just still take it out.
I think there was actually another way that. Hold on, there was actually another. There's another reason for that. You also think about the ability to get consoles in hand, and there is places that cannot access Amazon, even though that's hard to believe. There is places that have zero Amazon access in America.
Yeah, but then if there's not enough GameStops, so who's gonna really go to GameStop and go drive an hour out? I think what was I looking for in Florida? I was looking
I was looking for driving an hour out to not be able to get it at all.
I was looking for full body tracking for VR chat through GameStop, and there was none in my area when I was living in Florida.
VR chat on a blog is so it's cursed on a podcast. It's cursed.
Oh, I don't care. I play it here and there. It's fun, but it's becoming a little predatory a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
A little bit.
More than a little bit.
Yeah.
Digital reactivation risks. Consumers are increasingly wary of losing access to paid digital media. The backlash was amplified by Sony's recent removal of 100 purchases of Studio Canal titles from users' libraries due to expired licensing agreements. Fans are pushing back aggressively. Thousands of players have flooded the official forums and social medias. An online petition to stop 2028 phase out as has already has like 2,000 signatures apparently. The official PlayStation account on X has been silent since the July 1st announcement, as replies filled up with millions in negative reviews and views and boycott threats. The massive lawsuit, though, the public relations issues have escalated into legal battle. The Dutch consumer group Stitching Massachade and Consument filed a 457 million lawsuit representing 1.7 million Dutch PlayStation users. Oh wow, they got sued for doing that.
So
they urged
it won't be company wide. It'll only be in Dutch's version of Sony.
Yeah, okay. They argued that eliminating physical media destroys the second-hand market, subjects buyers to unfair 30% digital store commission. Yeah, so that's what's happening right now with Sony. As my hot take. Kind of ridiculous in my opinion, but there's really not much we can do about it. They might still push it anyways. Who knows? They're probably gonna pull like a fucking Marvel and DC and not care about what their people are saying when they pull out shit movies.
So honestly, they're going to do what Nintendo's doing, and they're going to start putting restrictions on things because I think they're doing this because they got pissed off that someone revealed their, I don't remember what it's called specifically. Someone got into the PlayStation 5s and released the code that was inside the PlayStation 5. If you don't know, I don't remember the word for it, but it is a code that allows you to jailbreak PS5s, and they released it to the public for free. And I think that's why they're doing this, because they're actually mad about that. And they want to secure the ability to turn off video games. Because here's the thing, with a jailbroken PS5, and people don't know what jailbroken means, it means you can literally... You can't connect to the internet, but you can mod the living shit out of the PS5. Like, mod the hell out of it. It had no restrictions. So you're saying
that if I go into a COD lobby and start calling people crazy slurs...
No, you won't be able to access the online at all. The second that you connect to the online, your entire PlayStation becomes considered fraudulent.
That's what I'm saying. They could be able to turn off your shit automatically. Which is...
They can already do that. They can already do that with jailbroken PS5s. But the thing is, they're trying to eliminate the use of a jailbroken PS5. Because here's the thing. Since you can't connect online, you can't use your online downloaded content. You can only use a disc game. That is what it is. They're trying to eliminate that. But they're doing it in a very dumb way. In my opinion, they should just redo their security codes to the best of their... But they can't because it's built into the PS5, so it's a little hard. But on their next console, and we all know they're going to have another console on fucking point or another, just to have a better way of securing it. It took them, how long to figure this one out? Because this happened recently. When did the PS5 come out? Can you look that up?
Let's see. $2020.
Okay, so it took them 5 years to get that. To jailbreak the PS5. 5 years. Because this has just happened. Not even a month ago. So, 5 years. That means their security protocols are really good. That's pretty good. Now, on the next console, just make it better instead of making everything miserable. In my opinion, it's their fault. Because
Sony is actually making a PlayStation 6.
Of course they are.
I did not hear anything you said. You walked away. Sony is developing the next generation PlayStation 6, which analysts and industry insiders expect the launch to be between 2027 and 2029.
I said, of course they are. They always will. Xbox, I think, reverted their whole thing that they're not going to. They're going to make consoles again. They said they were going to stop, but they're going to.
Hi. Who knows?
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, the Steam machine was a fail.
Makes sense.
If anyone doesn't know, the Steam machine actually came out. I'm hoping to God this is just an early illustration of the Steam machine because it was actually really promising. First of all, nowhere near what they said it was going to cost because they said it was going to cost roughly $500 or $600. It cost $1,000 for the base model.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, if anyone didn't know. And also, their whole claim of running 4K 60 FPS on Cyberpunk was completely false.
What is bullshit?
So that was the whole selling point, in my opinion, that you can run that game at 60 FPS on 4K, which is hard. If anyone doesn't know how hard Cyberpunk is on your computer, it's hard. So,
I'd rather watch
in my
the anime
opinion,
and be
honestly,
depressed.
I do not know why Steam, because Steam does great with their VR headsets, and they do great with their Steam Decks. I don't know why this whole thing went to shit. In my opinion, I think, honestly, I think the RAM, because they kept complaining about it on their web forums, the RAM price thing fucked them over. Because they were making the Steam machine right when the RAM prices spiked up by 300%. And I think it fucked up their production line. They had to, like, just like the movies we were talking about, rush the product. I think they had a real promising product, and they had to rush it because of what was going on and their deadlines.
Yeah, but let's move on. That was our quick hot take. Wolf wants to talk about USA pushing drones, military, and more.
To be honest, I'm gonna make this kind of quick because God, I'm tired. The United States is pushing for more of a drone approach to warfare. They're pushing for more. The less men they can have on the battlefield, the less deaths. So they're pushing for more of that. For example, the new F-47, if anyone doesn't know, the next generation jet fighter was revealed. It can be completely manned or unmanned. It is the first jet to be a multi-functioning jet. It can do everything. Bombing, droning, recon, anything and everything. It can do it all. It's a multi-purpose vehicle. The first of its, I don't think the first, but the first to do it to this extent, at least. It also has an onboard combat AI that allows it to control and connect to other vehicles and ground help. Oh, that was the other thing. It also counts as a battlefield satellite. Basically, if this thing is deployed on the battlefield in a dead zone, it acts as its own version of a satellite using AI to bounce receiving signals across of itself to others. So, yeah, the thing is crazy. But yeah, that's the United States. The United States is working towards more of the ability, less deaths, the better. Russia took the opposite approach. Russia is deciding, not deciding, but kind of in a thought process, even though it, in my opinion, I don't think it'll work because they are a poor as fuck military country and can barely afford their own new plans for their new fighter jets. Moving on. They are deciding that they want to clone something called nomadic oh, hold on. I gotta say the word. Oh, I gotta see it. I gotta see it. They want to clone a DNA sample they had of a nomadic Scythian warrior. Scythian warrior. If anyone doesn't know, it's between 900 and 200 BC. It was a European horseback riding warrior. Apparently, they have DNA of that whatever person they have, and they want to make a possible clone army. It's not 100% confirmed, but speaks about it in Russia, apparently. That they want to create clones, and we all know where that goes. Second that thing becomes a thing, it's going to become militarized. And it's probably going to go with what Cobra said with the whole being able to remove genetics and add genetics. They're probably going to remove the bad genetics from the clone and add the good genetics. Muscle growth, bone density, bone marrow composition, muscle fiber, everything they can fucking add if they want to. So basically, super soldiers. We're getting closer and closer to super soldiers. Yippee! But yeah, pretty sure the reason why this all came up is because they are using similar technology to what the what was used for the dire wolves and the new dodo bird projects. But yeah, we are literally recreating the Star Wars Clone Wars in real life. But instead, we're not the Republic. We're the Separatists because we're the ones making the drones.
Yeah.
At least Separatists are rich. But if anyone knows the actual Star Wars lore, none of the factions are wrong for what they're doing. The Republic or the Separatists, they're both just a pawn in a bigger war.
Yeah.
A country that starts with an I. Let's not get too far into that.
Yeah. You sound like you're dying, dude.
Probably will be if I said the actual name.
No, I'm talking about like you sound like you're about to die.
Oh, probably. I hope so.
Yeah.
God, another one off the books, huh?
Hopefully soon.
That's
That's it?
Honestly, that's all I got. Unless you guys want to extend on that and like put your thoughts into it. I don't know. Like anything you think about when it comes to that?
Honestly,
you
I
think
don't
the United
think...
States
There's a video from Ukraine. A babushka was on one of those unmanned body retrieval drones, I would say. More of like an RC or unmanned vehicle. Actually saved the woman. Hit an IED, exploded, but she was completely fine.
Yeah. So the
I
United
think
States is doing
that in
more
the future, I think we can expect more things. I think we can expect smarter bombs. I think we can expect smarter devices. And people got to remember this shit's fucking war. It's going to be brutal.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the Space Force to get the approval to start using the orbital space cannon.
Oh yeah, if anyone doesn't know, the not Call of Duty, GI Joe, that one movie, the Zeus project does exist. If anyone doesn't know, it's the tungsten rods that they put into a satellite
That
that they
shit.
can literally
Yeah.
drop on any country they want. It'll be 10 times more destructive than the largest nuke we have in our arsenal. It'll
What is it?
literally
It's just
fracture the continent itself.
the first kinetic. Is it a kinetic bomb or missile?
Kinetic. It's just a fucking kinetic rod. It's pure metal. There was no explosives. It just acts
First
as
kinetic
a
weapon.
Yes, it's a man-made asteroid, basically. It does exist. It was hidden. The reason why it proves to me that it exists because the whole project that was accidentally released was really quickly swept underneath the rug on the internet. Oh yeah, you were gonna say something, Bean, about it?
Yeah. I was gonna say, I don't think Russia is gonna be able to do something like that with their funding and prices, but I think already America is trying to do something like that. I think, in my opinion, they probably would steal the idea. I'm not gonna lie.
So,
Russian ingenuity.
Speaking of which, when it comes to the whole like more robotics, exosuits do exist. They've been in the works for about 10 years now. And there was an actual field test that there was actual footage of, but it was scrapped from the internet, of course, where a dude punched another man, and I'm pretty sure, based on what I remember, I think his organs were no longer functioning in that moment.
Yeah.
What do you think about the Sorry, continue. I'm like cutting you off every time.
You notice that now?
No, I always noticed it, but I just kept going.
Nice. What were you gonna say?
No, you continue.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna ask you, what do you think about the United States going to a more robotic approach? Do you mind that these robots will be manned by a warfare interfaced AI system?
What do I think about it?
Yeah. What do you think about the United States implementing AI into the military?
I'm pretty sure they already do.
Yeah, they do. Well, I'm trying to ask you what you think about it. Do you feel like it's gonna go badly,
Well,
or
it's
do you
something
think
it's already been done. We already know it's probably gonna go badly at some point. So
fucking Ultron?
probably.
Funny enough, speaking of which, there was an AI that was too powerful, and I'm not talking about the Willow project like I talked before. There was another one just made that was similar but even worse. Apparently, it shit, I forgot what it was called. It was hold on, I gotta look up its name. They actually quarantined the AI because they can't kill it. Apparently, they can't destroy the AI itself, and so they actually quarantined the damn thing.
Yeah.
They put it in a server
in my opinion,
that has no
for you to be
connection
able
to the
to
world.
clone people and do that, it's about to become a clones war at this point. So it's trying to see who's the biggest and better person, and honestly, I think it's just gonna implode on itself at some point. So I don't know. Anyways, I like to end the video here because we're already at an hour and 37 minutes, and I have to be the one to edit this video. I like to keep my videos
Let me
at
find the
least
name
an hour
first.
and
Hold
30.
on. Let me
Hurry
find the
up.
name of the.
Hurry
I'm trying.
up.
I'm trying. You just cut
You.
you put me saying it.
Oh, I could just stop recording, right? So you can tell us the name later.
I'll find it later. I'll just tell you. Just put on the screen now the name of it. Here you go.
Name magically appears on screen.
The person who just read that wrong, go fuck yourself.
Alright. Anyways. Alright, guys. Drop down and below what you thought about what we talked about today. Do you think CGI... Do you like the new CGI? Do you not like the CGI that's in today's day and age? Let us know about that. And also let us know, what do you think about Japan's new outlook of changing genetics and basically removing the chromosome Y21, I think that's what you said, XY or Y? Tony?
So tell us, what do you guys actually want to hear us talk about?
No, I'm asking you a question before we ask that question. It was a Y chromosome? 21?
Oh, it's hold on, I gotta look at my notes. Give me a second. Just need to put on glasses so I can actually read. Give me a second.
He has to go on his glasses.
Yes, I have to put my glasses on. Give me a second.
He's probably sitting there like an old ass grandpa in his little creepy chair. With old man glasses.
Chromosome 21 using CRISPR-9.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so what do you guys think about that? And also give us your opinion about military using drones and more robotics in the military system, and your thoughts about Russia cloning people. Let us know in the comments down below as well what you guys want us to talk about in our next video. We have topics that we like to talk about as well, but we also want to know what you guys are thinking. Make sure you leave a like, a comment down below as well. I already said comment, but leave a like, subscribe. You know, we're gonna come out with some pretty good stuff. So, and some more funnies at least. And that's what I'll say. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Starting to record. Okay. Welcome. I'm starting to record. You. gotta go. Why is it like that?
All right.
Hello? Okay, wait, alright. Welcome back,
Huh?
guys, to another.
All right. Gotta say something.
No. I am reformed by God. Anyways,
Sure.
welcome back to.
I am a distinguished fine gentleman. No, the fuck you ain't.
Alright, welcome back to another fellow day of a podcast. I'm gonna fuck that up. This
Fellow
is-
day. Welcome, my fellow day. Good evening. Welcome to the
fellow
group.
chaps. Good evening. It's another day.
Good day to you.
Alright, air channel. Alright, I think this is episode 8. Welcome to another podcast of episode 8 of the M Lab. Welcome. Why is this so cringy? Why is this so hard to say?
I don't know. You're the one who's cringing right now. I
Okay.
just came in here to talk about downs.